Hi, my friend. It's time to find out what you really want out of life. Not what your spouse or your kids or friends or people around you want out of their life. What you want out of your life. It's so easy for us to get lost in what other people think we should or should not do. And sometimes we sort of forget to ask ourselves, what do I really want in this situation? And when we haven't asked that for years and years, it might be really hard for us to find out what we really want because we sort of lost our voice during our journey. Here are a few hacks that you can use to start to connect with yourself, to connect with your inner voice and your own wishes. My favorite hack is journaling. And journaling is so incredibly powerful. Even if you're not used to writing, this is something that you should at least give a try. There are many different ways to journal. There are a few that I think are really powerful when we are trying to connect with ourselves. And the first one is flow writing. And flow writing, it could be described as you unleash your brain. It can tell you anything. So take out a notepad or a piece of paper and a pen and give yourself a specific amount of time. I usually set a timer for 45 minutes, but I love to write and quite used to it. So if you're not, try with like 5 or 10 minutes to start with. And then you just start to write. You can write anything, just write sentences, whatever, in the beginning, or try to write about something that just happened in your life. After a while, you will notice that it will just come to you. And this is especially powerful when you use handwriting. It's sort of a direct connection between your heart and your hand. And when you just start to write in this way, you will be amazed what will come out of your pen. When the time is up, read what you have just written and try to reflect a bit on what are you trying to tell yourself. And if you're not used to writing, you might need to try this a couple of times before you get the hang of it. Another really powerful way of journaling is to journal about happy moments, especially when we're trying to connect with what we really want. It's a good thing to sort of remember and go back to old times. It could be a long time ago when you were a child, but also just a few days ago. Things that you remember with happy feelings, where you did things or felt things that was really important and strong for you. Try to describe it as detailed as you like. And then again, read and reflect. What does this tell you about what you want? What is it in that particular situation that was so meaningful to you? It could be the company, it could be the place, it could be a lot of things. But try to reflect. And it might be that these are not things that you enjoy anymore, but it could still be feelings that you would like to have again. It could be when you played as a little kid, but you would still need to feel that immense joy that you felt back then. Another way of journaling for finding out what you want is to start a journaling practice. And this is for you to get the hang of it and do this every day. So, for instance, set aside 10 minutes in the morning when you wake up, or perhaps at night after you brushed your teeth, and you write about your dreams. What you will try to do here is to dream and to start to dream bigger and allow yourself to dream. If we're not used to this and haven't done it for a long time, we might just pick dreams that we think that everybody should want, or that we can't find any dreams at all. We don't have any dreams anymore. And then it's especially important that you try to identify new dreams every day, and they should be large and perhaps impossible, but still something that stirs something in you. The last one of the journaling hacks that I think is so powerful is gratitude journaling. And this is also a really good way of starting to dream again. Because when you start to identify everything that you are grateful for in your life, you can also start to feel that feeling that anything is possible. Your heart is sort of overflowing. And this is also something that you could do every day, and you can write down 5 new things that you are grateful for each day, and they could be really small. I usually do this in the end of the day at night, and I try to identify beautiful moments from the day. I express my gratitude for them. What we are trying to do here is to find the inner voice, your specific inner voice. And 3 ways to do this: meditation, mindfulness, and to find stillness, and sort of connected with meditation and mindfulness. And when it comes to meditation, as I told you in other episodes, I think meditation can be quite hard if you're not used to it, and it's hard to get into your routine. It was very hard for me. But guided meditations could be an easy way to start. And you can search for guided meditations online. And there you have, for instance, a guided meditations when you search for inner wisdom. And you will find a number of meditations. So try one of them. They could be quite short, just like 10 minutes, and investigate how they make you feel. This is also something you need to try a couple of times. When it comes to mindfulness, I usually walk mindful. So I have a mindfulness practice when I'm out walking in nature. And that's really strong for me. It's a place for me to find stillness. Stillness is something that you need to connect to your inner voice. Because if you haven't been connected with your own wishes for a long time, your inner voice could be really small at this point and hard to hear. So you will need stillness and clarity and space. So try to remove all electronic devices and spend time in stillness. It could be in nature, or for me, it's really powerful when I travel on an airplane or in the car or on a train. And when you just look out the window and you sort of disappear into stillness. That's a very good way to find clarity. You don't need to direct your thoughts in any direction. Just try to find stillness and let go of anything that comes into your mind. Another thing that you should do is to investigate forbidden paths. Start with your own envy. What are you envious of and why? Are there things or circumstances that you're envious of? And what does it tell you about what you need to do in your life? Why are those things so important to you? You can also look at things that you cannot tell anyone, things that you know that you wish for, but you won't tell your friends, and perhaps you won't really admit it even to yourself. But do that now. Admit it and investigate. Why are those things forbidden for you, and why are they so important? There might also be things that you have been longing for a long time, perhaps things you wished for when you were young and then you gave them up. It could be creative endeavors like painting or music that you used to love, but you gave it up for a more realistic career. Those things might be very important for you to revisit now in midlife, but it could be empty. When you're trying to think of things that you really want, you sort of say that I don't want anything, I don't know anything. And this could be a sign that you need to cultivate your own taste. You need to grow your own taste. You need to find out more of what's available in the world. So open up for new experiences. You could try new foods, you can listen to new music, meet new people, try new hobbies, perhaps visit new parts of your own hometown. Try to enlarge your world and find out what you really like at this point in your life. You change and you grow and give yourself the opportunity to explore. You can also look into other career paths. Many of us, when we reach midlife, have done what we do for a long time, and it might be time for you to explore other possibilities. It might be that people with the same education and sort of the same experiences as you are doing completely different things. What are those? Could you find out? Could you look at perhaps old buddies that you studied with from university? What are they doing now? Are they doing exciting things that make you think of what could be possible for you? Tools are really powerful. This journaling, reconnecting with your inner voice, investigating forbidden paths, and cultivate your own taste. I've created a checklist for this episode. You can download it, and there you have all these suggestions of what you might do to find out what you really want. So do that now, my friend. Download the checklist and find out what you really want out of life. See you soon, friend. Bye.